will tell you the story of a man who lost his opportunity. And God gave him another opportunity and he lost it again. It's a story you have heard before. I was sitting at my desk at the University of Lagos. I was about to write a paper. Learned paper. I have spelled out the problem. I've spelled out how I was going to attack the problem. I was going to continue when suddenly I heard God say, go to Chief So-so-so. Tell him I love him. Tell him if he will surrender his life that he has ever done. And I will take him to heaven at the last moment, at the last day. I said, Lord, I've heard of this chief. I don't even know his address. I know he lives in a particular town. And God told me, write the letter to him. Right at the back of the envelope, Chief So-so-so. Chief So-so-so's house. So-so-so town. So I post the letter. I did what God said. In those days, in Nigeria, when you post a letter, if the letter arrives in 3 months, you thank God. But this letter, with that little address, arrived within 3 days because God guided the letter. And the next thing I saw was that the driver of the chief came to my office and said, Chief asked me to go, not to write, to tell you, I got your letter, I'll be waiting for you. No, not that I'll be waiting. I want you to wait for me in your office. I will come. The following day he arrived and I explained to him, God says he loves you. He wants to save your soul. He wants you to surrender your life to Jesus Christ. He said, I will think about it. For 2 years, every two weeks, I went to this chief. I went pleading, give your life to Jesus. He would say, I will think about it. Then one day, he had a stroke, massive stroke, the kind that when it hits you, you won't be able to talk. But before he became unconscious, he told his people, send for Pastor Adeboye, send for him. And then they lapsed into unconsciousness. And they sent for me. And I ran there. When I got there and I saw him unconscious, I cried to God, God, please have mercy. Just one more time. Restore him so I can present salvation to him one more time. And then within an hour, he was completely whole. Not only did he recover, there was no sign that he had had a stroke. The mouth that was already bent to the side was back to normal. And then I said, okay, Chief, God has given you a last chance. You were already gone. He has brought you back. Will you please give your life to Jesus now? He said, I will think about it. Then I knew there was no hope for him. And it wasn't long after that he died. I've told you all these stories. For those of you in particular who have not given your life to Jesus Christ, you have an opportunity today. Don't miss it. Surrender your life to Jesus Christ because it's at your door knocking. Say, open the door to me. If you miss the opportunity today, you will never have it again because you don't even know that you will still be alive by this time tomorrow. Nobody knows. None of us is aware of when we are going to leave this world. All our days are numbered, young and old. You never can tell whether you will still be alive by this time of tomorrow. Give your life to Jesus now. That's the biggest opportunity you can ever have. And so if you have not given your life to Jesus Christ, I'm going to count from 1 to 10.